Christmas thrift shopping haul. We went to a bunch of like peddlers and antique shops this weekend, and I bought a bunch of Santas, so let's check them out. I'm not exactly sure what these are called. This is like a soft body little plush Santa with a really rosy face. These are like very common, but I don't know much about the history, but I always love the way that they look. Their little rosy cheeks are so adorable. I think I only got him for like $8. I feel like it's a really good deal for him because I know he has to be super old. Next up, I got another similar little guy like that. He has the little rosy Santa face, but he is made out of a plastic that is flocked. So like similar vibes, and I only got him for $12, which I feel like is a deal because I got him at like a peddler's, and then we went to an antique store and they had this exact same guy for $20. So I feel like that's a pretty good deal for $12. Next up is this potpourri warmer that I got for Goodwill for no, I didn't get it at Goodwill. I got this at a peddler's for $1.98. I make wax melts, as you may or may not know, and I love collecting these little like vintage things because I think they're the perfect little vintage wax warmer. I have a ton of these. This is one that has a little stocking on it, and it still has the potpourri in there with a little candle, unused, probably I would guess like 80s or 90s, but look how cute that is. I really wish that I could hand make some of these myself. I just love this little simple style. So cute. I do list these sometimes, the ones that I don't want, on my Etsy shop. So if you're a wax melt fan, you can check out the wax melts and see if I have any of the warmers in stock. Next up is this tabletop Santa blow mold. He was $40. I don't know much about the history. I could Google it and look it up on Blow Molded to see like the year and like who manufactured it. It doesn't have, oh, it does have a stamp on it. I just missed it earlier. This is made by Empire. Stamped 1969. So the design, I guess, is from 1969, but it's definitely probably more modern manufacture. I would say probably 90s is my guess, just by the condition of it. 80s or 90s, but he's super cute, only $40. I love this size of blow mold. I feel like it's easier to collect because it's smaller. You can store it better. So I'm always super excited when I run into something like this that's reasonably priced. The lady that was working the antique shop did encourage me to buy this because it was her booth and I guess she wanted him gone. And the most exciting piece that I purchased this weekend was this sealed blow mold from the 70s. This is made by Union, and it still has like all of the light bulb stuff here inside of the blow mold with the original tag for 88 cents. What a deal if that was actually 88 cents. It has a sticker here. It says cord and bulb included. That's what we see in there. It says it's electrified. And I paid $40 for this little guy, which I don't know. If you're a collector, I would assume you would think that's a good deal like me. If it's not, let me know. I think that's a hell of a deal for this little guy that's sealed. I've never ran into like a sealed 70s blow mold like this before. So excited to add him to my collection. Obviously in perfect condition. He is a little yellowed, but that may have been like the style at the time. Not quite sure. Okay, so I've tried to do a little bit more research on this Union blow mold and confirm if it is from the 70s. It does look like they made these all the way up until the 90s, or at least like versions of it, but they look like whiter and brighter. But the key component here is like, what is this business? I've never heard of it, called Key. So the best that I have been able to determine, it is a Chicago department store that was in the Four Corners called Key, K-E-E, which I'm not sure why they would put Key 1 here, but I can kind of see like this K logo here being like K-E-E. So that is the best guess that I have, that someone bought this in Chicago. Never used it for some reason. There are people on the internet who are like discussing this department store called Key, and a lot of them are saying it's like 70s is when it was there, or like the years that they discuss. They're like, oh, my mom was a cashier there from 1970 to 1973 or whatever. So I really think this is a 70s Union blow mold that is untouched basically. So now I can't do as much of a deep dive on the other stuff because they obviously don't have their original packaging with the original tag. But that's so cool to find out, especially to maybe find out the store that it was bought at. And it totally makes sense because I live in Indiana. We're really close to Chicago. So it makes sense maybe someone was like doing a Christmas shopping trip to Keys up in Chicago. Sounds cool. And then we were out thrift shopping all day. So we stopped by Sonic and got some kids' meals. And my husband was looking for the He-Man ones, but we got this Rock'em Sock'em spoon. At first, I thought I was going to keep it, but this thing is like so bulky. But the packaging is what was the best part. I mean, that packaging for a kid's toy and a kid's meal, that's amazing. He's not as like automated, but you can like mess with his arms and make his head go up and down. We also got this monster truck, which my husband really is into monster trucks, but he didn't want to keep this guy. Mega Rex. Super cute. Say hi to my bird. He got spooked, so now he's on my shoulder. Honorable mention goes to these items that I didn't buy, but this giant 5-foot Santa for $600. If I had $600, I would have bought him. There was also this vacuum form Santa that I love to see. He's $100, so didn't buy him, but I love him. And then there was also another like soft body Santa that was bigger that we ran into at an antique shop, so it was like a little bit more expensive, and I didn't get him either. So those are things that I would have purchased if I had the money, but I didn't. Would you have bought these items yourself? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, thanks for watching so much. I appreciate your time. What was your favorite item? This is definitely my favorite item of everything that I bought. If you didn't know, like we've already discussed, I hand make wax melts at houseofwaxmelts.com or houseofwaxmelts.etsy.com. So go check it out. Bye.